Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Beers with the Miner podcast. Today I sit down with the Dozer Dude, who's been working in the industry for over 20 years. We had a bit of fun. I hope you enjoy. My name is Mad Mumzie and I have been driving the huge dump trucks in Australian open cut mines for over 10 years now. I wish I had $1 for everyone who said to me, "How does a little thing like you drive those big trucks? You must be rich. Oh, how do I get a job doing that?" My mining friends are asked these questions all the time too. This is what started the Mad Mumzie journey to share stories and tips from living a mining lifestyle and to let others know what it's really like. Not everyone is cut out to be a miner, but why not? What does it take to thrive and survive in this industry? Now let's dig in. Get it? Dig? Mining? Oh, it cracked me up. This interview I did for a book that I was going to write called 52 Beers with a Miner. Does that sound familiar? I actually did 2 interviews and I was going through my computer the other day trying to find some space for some upcoming interviews for my Skype that I needed to make sure was going to work correctly. And I listened to it and I really enjoyed it, and my plan was to interview people and then write their interview, and that would go into a book, an e-book, not a proper book, I suppose. But that was my plan, and it was those 2 interviews that deep down really inspired me to do the podcast because I enjoyed them so much. This is the first one, and I ran into the guy today. I asked him if I could please use it. I would run through it and get him to listen first, and he said, no, that's fine. Go ahead, use it. So here it is. I really enjoyed it. The audio quality probably isn't that great. We were at a local pub. It was a little bit windy, a few trucks going by every now and again, but I have tried to do my best editing skills, which hopefully you'll notice are improving, hopefully. And I really hope that you enjoy this episode where I sit down with a bloke who's been in the mining industry for 25 years. He's a good mate. It was kind of like pulling teeth a couple of times, but I made him open up and talk about his mining life, although I didn't have to try too hard. It's funny how you get people going, and I really enjoyed it. And this interview and the other one I hope to share with you as well was, like I say, really the beginning of the Beers with a Miner podcast. And I think that you'll notice from my questions that I realised just how much there is to share about working and living this mining lifestyle. So I hope you enjoy. Now let's dig in. Righto, so let's talk about drinking, since it's called Beers with a Miner. Right, so you're a miner, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. I'll interpret the nonsense heads. Okay, so what's your drink of choice?
Mid-strength.
Yep. Mid-strength.
Stubbies.
So that's beer, isn't it? Carlton mid-strength.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And stubbies. So why?
Because all the years I've been in the mines, all the mines have its cans and different taste. That's the main reason. Yeah.
And so does that make you feel like you're not at work, you're not in a mine because you don't have to drink a freaking can?
Yeah.
Kind of? Deep down, maybe?
Yeah, kind of, because I don't drink anymore. I don't drink anymore when I'm working. So.
Oh, right,
so that doesn't worry me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're out at work, you do or you don't drink?
Don't drink.
Don't drink. Why not?
Because if I do, I probably wouldn't go to work the next day.
See, that's common, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, see, I can go and just have 1 or 2, and
Yeah, so I can't.
But yeah, plenty of people. Oh, heaps of guys that can't. So they just don't drink at all. See, I can't do that. What about on night shift? So, just the whole time you're away.
The whole time I'm out there, I don't drink.
So that means you're not actually an alcoholic.
No.
The only time I'm not an alcoholic is on night shift.
I don't even drink on shift change. Or pajama day, I just don't ever drink either.
No? Wow. What about if there was a social event, like say it was someone's birthday or someone was leaving or someone put on a carton?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. You have done over the years on...
over the years,
yeah. Yeah. Did you used to drink a lot
we used to get
back
drunk.
in the day and now you've grown up? Or
When we first started, we used to get drunk every night.
Oh, true.
Used to go to work drunk.
That's the next question. Have you? See, I know this shit. And how did that go working with other people that you knew were drunk? Or it didn't matter because you were drunk?
Yeah, they didn't care as long as the work got done.
Yeah. Did they ever, push you up into a machine or something? I know someone that got pushed into a digger. Just get in that digger and drive that thing.
Has been known to be happening.
Oh, God. Wow. Times change now.
Very much so.
Yeah. And they can just do you on suspicion of being drunk. Yeah. And I guess now, any time there's an incident or something, straight in, on the bag, drug test. Even if...
Drug and alcohol straight up.
Yeah. Even if the incident isn't...
your fault. You're involved with it.
Yeah. No, righto. No, there's a lot of people that are like that. Not me. Okay, so the next section is your mining journey. Righto, so how old were you when you started in mining?
32.
Mm-hmm.
Worked all around Australia and saw some mines.
Yeah. As in, what do you mean by different sorts of mines? Coal,
gold, yep.
Yeah.
Manganese.
Yeah. What other sorts?
Probably just about done all of them, bar the iron ore.
Oh, right.
Diamonds, I've worked in a diamond mine.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, I've done everything, everywhere in Australia except Victoria.
Oh, bloody Victoria. They haven't got any mines. Well, I suppose they... Have they?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of them.
Yeah, because they had good old Sovereign Hill and all that. They probably started it and... Yeah. Yeah, righto. So why did you start mining? And how did you end up in there?
I used to rent a mate's house in Adelaide, and he's been in the mines of WA for about 20 years. So.
Yeah.
I was out of work, so he took me across to WA.
Yeah.
Got me a job, and
right.
Been there ever since.
Yeah. So, he said, you're going to get into this mining shit.
Yeah.
So you saw him come home with all the money and like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, righto.
Yeah.
And how long were you planning to go mining for? Did you have a set time or is...
Not at the start, but
money's
too good, and mate told me if you ever leave, you always come back, and that's what happens.
Yeah. And that's what's happened to you?
Yeah, I'll give it up for about 6 months, I suppose.
Oh, right.
Went labouring in a building company and...
Yeah. Was that by choice or...?
Nah, just got the shits with the mining for a little bit. Yeah.
So how long is it now that you've been in mining?
23.5 years.
Oh, so we can do the maths, find out how old you are. So 23 years, so you're what you would call an experienced operator.
Yeah.
They want more than 12 months. You're all over that, don't you? Yeah. Oh, okay. So what roles have you done in mining?
Just operating mainly, just everything bar diggers.
Everything bar diggers. So
trucks, water carts, wheel loaders, dozers, graders, loaders.
Yeah, right.
Done it all.
Yeah. And why not diggers?
Because I don't like them.
No?
Seen too many fall off the benches.
I remember seeing a young fellow we both know nearly fall off and little butthole was going like that. Oh, God, yeah, it's scary. I reckon it'd be boring too, because you just sit in the same spot. Wait for trucks. Trucks, where's my trucks? At least when you're doing the other stuff, you're out and about. Even in a dozer, you're walking.
Doing something different all the time. Yep.
Yeah. So what's your favourite?
Have to be the dozer.
Have to be, wouldn't it?
Have to be.
I would have put $1,000 on that, easy, on the nose. Yeah. Why? Why do you like the dozer so much?
It's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do something. If you don't like it, you just go and fix it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything about the dozer that you don't like?
No.
Or, no. How do you go on the dump with psycho truckies and stuff? Do you get cranky at them? Are you one of them dozer drivers that yells at them? What are you doing over there?
I'd like to get cranky, but I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Can we have that in writing? Oh, hang on. This is going to be in writing. No, who it is. Oh, dear. Yeah, you hear some wild dozer drivers out there on dump.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you go doing, say you're on a really busy dump, or would you prefer that to just a bulk push or just a bit of everything? Or
yeah, the more busy you are, the better it is, I think. Yeah. Days go quicker.
Yeah, have to agree on that one. Oh, righto. So, and you're still in the industry?
Still in the industry, yep.
Yep. Just kind of in between at the minute.
In between jobs.
Any minute now. Yeah, tough times around at the moment. So if you didn't get back into mining, is there anything else you can do? If you've been doing that for 23 years out of interest?
Not really.
No. Because your mining tickets don't translate to construction, do they?
No.
Because you've got to have it on the road as well. Like I couldn't go and drive a grader for the council, could I?
No.
Yeah.
So
we're a bit buggered there. People, you don't need a licence, but you've got to stay in the mines. Okay. Here's a different one. You know your old PPE? Not so much gloves and, well, it can be whatever you think, but, your boots and your shirts and your jeans, because a lot of places you get a new issue every year. So what do you do with all your old ones?
I just wear them out.
Wear them out clubbing and stuff?
No, until they wear out.
Wear them out.
In which they don't take long anyway. 12 months, they're nearly buggered anyway.
Yeah. So fishing and in the garden and...
No.
Why not?
I never wear my... I never wear my work issue when I finish work. Not like a lot of other people.
Me too. I'm like that, no way. Even in the garden or... I don't think I ever have. I did buy myself a pretty pink one because I always wanted a pink high-vis shirt, so I bought myself one. But that's not... I don't wear it at work, obviously. Whereas other people, they just live in it.
There's people who don't even work in the mines wear mine issue clothes.
All the time.
All the time.
So what about your boots?
What about my boots?
Do you sell them? Or
no.
Do you keep them in the cupboard? Have you got stockpiles of boots? Because our feet stop growing, don't they? So
the soles, if you don't wear it for 12 months, the soles fall off them anyway if they're brand new or not.
Yes. Now there's a good point because I didn't know that. And when I started out at my last job, I'm like, I've got these purple ones here. I'll take these. I haven't worn these yet. Got out there, did my 5 days of bullshit inductions and stuff. And by the time on the last day it was time to go out in the pit, bits were falling off the bottom of them. And I've got blisters and I've fallen off my heels. And I never knew that. Why is that?
I got no idea.
No. But then once you've christened them, they last for years.
Years,
literally, even if they're wet and muddy and...
Yeah, I got no idea.
Yeah, it's strange.
Manufacturers to sell more of them, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, make more money. Yeah, I've planted herbs in mine in the garden. But they didn't live. But my mum used to do that, so I thought I'd have a go. And what about your hard hats?
supposed to change them every 2 years, but I think I've still got ones worth about 10 years old, I think.
Yeah. So do you collect them, kind of?
No.
You just still got them?
They're still in the bin.
Oh, you just throw them out when you leave? Yeah. Have you ever done I forgot about this. Have you ever done the hang your boots on the fence when you leave thing, or throw them up in the boot tree?
No.
No, never done that? My mum, again, classic. They've made pot hangers out of hard hats, out of their old hard hats. Petunias growing out of them. Awesome. I've got a collection because I end up keeping them because I like the stickers that I've put on that you're not meant to put stickers on, are you?
Some stickers you can.
Yes. The mine issued ones, like about your emergencies and All right. So perception versus reality. Okay, so this is what people think and what it's really like, and what maybe you think and what you found out it was like. So, are you a rich miner?
No.
And is there such a thing?
Yes.
Do you think?
Oh, there's heaps of rich ones out there.
Yeah. What do you think?
But they haven't got a life.
Why?
They just save them for the future.
Yeah. Instead of living in the now.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, righto.
Which is a good thing. But, I prefer to have a good time. But,
and kind of, live now.
Yeah.
Have a good future as well. It would be the perfect thing, wouldn't it? Yeah. Finding that balance, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, because people think and this has got a big part of why I started all this, a lot of people think, I'll get a job in the mines, that'll fix everything. But they don't know what they're in for.
Exactly.
And then they get the money and blow it or whatever,
Just chasing money.
Yeah, and then you get yourself in the golden handcuffs.
Yep.
That far in debt that you have to stay in the mines.
Right,
yeah. I've known people, and I've even thought it myself at times, I can't be sick. I can't not go to work, especially when you're contracting. I need that money to pay the bloody mortgage.
The mortgage, yeah.
Might just stop for a sec, grab another beer, eh? Not too hard, is it?
Not yet.
Oh, no, it doesn't get much harder than that. Right, we'll have a stop. When you first went out to the mines, did you think like, whoa, everything's really big? Like the machines or...
No, not really, because I drove big machines in the railways when I was with them.
Oh, right,
So that part side of it didn't really worry me.
Yeah. And I guess 23 years ago, they weren't as big as they are now either.
No, they're just little trucks, little diggers, little dozers.
I remember someone I know was at a mine over in the west, and they all went running out to see the new big truck that turned up, and it was a 777. And they're the tiny ones now.
Yeah, if you see them.
Yeah, you don't see. Yeah, that's right. I think there's a lot over in the west though.
Yeah.
From most of the documentaries and things you see over there, they have a lot of those, but in the red soil.
The 93 is a little truck over here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What is the biggest truck you've driven?
93.
93? Yeah. And what about dozers? What's the biggest dozer?
D11.
D11. That's the biggest there is, isn't there?
With Caterpillar, yeah.
Yeah. So are other dozers bigger or?
475 Komatsus.
They're bigger than D11?
Yeah. Horsepower-wise, though, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. But not in, like, to look at?
No, not really, no.
Let's talk fatigue. Night shift. How do you get on with night shift?
If I'm busy, I don't mind it.
While you're working.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're sitting around doing nothing, if something breaks down like that, it gets to me a bit. Yeah.
Exactly what.
But then you're doing some sleep at work and...
Yeah, everyone shuts their eyes whenever they get a chance, I think.
And then when you're supposed to be sleeping, you can't sleep because you've had so many hours of sleep at work.
Yeah. Like, so in the day when you're meant to be getting some sleep, yeah.
Wait.
So do you normally sleep all right, or do you have to have drugs or?
No, I don't need no drugs.
No.
I'll probably get 5 hours sleep.
Yeah.
During the day when I'm on night shift.
Yeah. And you find that's...
Gets me enough.
Yeah.
Gets me through, yeah.
Do you come home after night shift and then go straight to bed, or do you stay up and just get even tireder and then go to sleep?
I try to stay up and get back into the routine, sleeping at night.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah. Funny how it can hit you like a ton of bricks at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and other times you can last right through till 10 the next night.
Yeah. What
about on day shift? Do you like getting up at Sparrow Fart?
Yep.
I
like day shift, yeah.
Oh, you prefer day shift?
Day shift, oh, yeah.
Why's that?
Yeah, I don't know. See what you're doing properly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot easier than night shift.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about looking at the lights all the time.
Yeah, that can be a pain. You get a lot more big bosses and shit around, though, on day shift.
Yeah, do your job, who cares?
Yeah, that's true. I just don't didn't like listening to their bullshit. Like, just go away, leave us alone to do our job, will you? Yeah. What about drug testing or drug and alcohol testing compared to the old days?
The old days we never had it.
Just never had it.
Never had it.
Yeah.
You might do once a year maybe.
Yeah. So did they have a system in place, but it just wasn't used, or there wasn't even?
No, there's nothing.
There just was nothing.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
They did. When they had it, they just organised for the local doctor and to come out on site and put you through all your shit.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, the doctor.
The doctor.
Yeah. God. I suppose some people would know the local doctor pretty well too.
Yes. There's been a few pregnant men around.
Pregnant men. Oh, God. Yeah. So what about now? Like, because there's so many different sorts. There's urine tests, swab tests, all that. Which one? And there's the marble or the scan your thing or the every time you rock up for work.
It doesn't worry me because I don't take drugs, so it doesn't worry me either.
And you don't bloody drink either out there, do you? Yeah. He says on his 50-second beer. No. Yeah, but what about when it comes to the actual doing your tests yourself? You had a swab test? They're disgusting.
Yeah, that tastes shit.
I had my first one a while ago and they said, oh no, these are the new good ones. Like, what, really?
Yes.
Oh, see, I never knew that.
Yeah, they're good for the people that do take them.
Yeah, so they can do what they want on break.
Yep.
But not before work, which is fair enough. But, yeah. And what about, I know a lot of people have issues around privacy when it comes to piss testing. I don't know if that's, I don't know yet. I'll find that out actually as I do more interviews, whether that's just women that have issues or whether you guys do as well.
Yeah, blokes do, yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, they can't piss when they somebody around, they just can't bloody do it, yeah.
Can't do it on demand.
No.
Someone watching, get shy. I knew this old fella, you know him too, and he used to say, I've trained my body to only go, what do you say? No, he's so peeved. I can't remember. At crib time. Oh. So you're going to have to wait till 11 o'clock. Oh. And he'd make him wait for ages. Oh, God.
They can't make you go to work until you do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you're not refusing. No. If you refuse it, they take that as positive, I think. Yep. Don't they, in most places? Yeah. And then some places have 3 strikes, you're out. Others, how have you found that? Have you known people over the years who've been done, and what's happened to them?
It just depends who you are, I think.
Oh, righto.
Some people have been bloody shafted in the first time, and others get 3 goes at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think now they have a lot of, I don't know, it depends though. Some, like, contractors probably get a lot less support from the company than permanents have you know, can even go to rehab and shit some places.
They're supposed to offer you that, but they never do.
Oh, righto. Yeah. Probably not if you're a contractor, but no. But then the person you're contracted to should have to give you some sort of support, maybe.
Supposed to.
Oh, right.
Depends who you are.
Oh, again, yeah. Who's up who and who's paying?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing. So do you reckon, especially this is good to ask you because you've been in the industry so long, but do you think it's any safer now than it was back in the day when there was no drug testing and you were going to work drunk and...
No. Well, the mines were a lot smaller when I started.
Yep.
People go to work drunk and stoned and shit like that and not worry about anything. But nowadays, people are looking after over their shoulder, see if they're doing anything wrong, if anybody's watching them, that's when they actually start happening.
Yes, I have to agree. Yeah. Because they feel more under pressure.
Under pressure, yeah. And there's a lot more greenies out there, and I've been told they've got to do this, got to do that.
And then when they get out of the classroom simulator and get into the real world, that's not, yeah. And that causes...
Safety stays in the cripper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And there's so much more paper trails, and you've got to do this and do that. And we used to joke, if I roll the car, don't call the emergency until we all fill in our little hazard form that we were meant to do to drive to the workshop or whatever, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. That bit of paper saves everybody.
Yeah, apparently. Well, there's a whole industry around it.
Yep.
Isn't there?
Yes.
Did you always do your bits of paper?
Of course.
Of course. Yes. Didn't we all? Don't we all? Yeah. I mean, and really, if they were super serious about all these paperwork trails, they'd know who's not doing them. Yeah. But they just don't half the time get up yet until shit goes down. And it's like, what do you mean you didn't do it? Why didn't you do a pre-start? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Yeah, well, I was going to get around to it. And then I rolled it. Or whatever, you know, and then that's the first thing they want. So. All right. Well, I guess we just kind of covered, is it any safer now with the increased procedures?
No.
So back in the day, we're on old school versus new now, but so back in the day, did you have pre-start meetings? Did they talk about safety very much, or just what you had to do?
What I had to do, yeah. Like I said, back then it was only small mines and everybody knew what they were doing anyway.
Yeah, smaller crews and
yeah.
Everything's got a lot bigger and crazier as the rape and pillage continues.
Coal miners push the mining anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Yeah, why is that?
Because it's just rape and pillage, and they don't know where the coal is. You just keep drilling until you find it. Not like the gold. You've got to be within a certain amount of bloody millimetres to know where the gold is and all that sort of stuff.
So it's more precise.
Gold mining.
Yeah. I guess you can't really see the gold, whereas with the coal you can go, oh, there it is. There's that black stuff. Yeah. But I've seen it work the opposite. That black stuff, just because it's black, doesn't mean it's gold. There's a whole pile of black dirt on the ROM. How many times have you seen that too? Oh dear. So did you find that it was more fun back in the day?
Oh shit, yeah.
More fun, less pressure?
Yeah, heaps less pressure. Well, you still had to move the same amount of dirt what they wanted to move. And these days they just don't care.
Yeah. And now I guess that's why there's huge things at the moment about mental health issues with miners and being all your FIFO thing and all that. They just had massive investigation in Western Australia. I don't know if you followed any of that at all, but
that's different over there because you had to work a long way away. Like here, we can still drive, but they won't let us. But over there, you had to fly.
Yeah, because it's so far. You
would have been driving 4,000 or 5,000 k's every week.
Yeah. No one's going to do that.
No.
Yeah, but at least here you can. I know a few times I've said, yeah, well, I've got to go, get my car and go. Whereas if I was in the Pilbara, like you say, well, you'd have to just wait till the next plane comes, or do they let you go?
Yeah, usually you got a plane every day, but
all right,
over there,
yeah. I suppose they'd be pretty full though, would they? Like there'd be a plan.
No, it'd be planned,
yeah.
So will they find a seat for you if you're crook?
All right. So they must have some sort of allowances because shit would happen.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, with people. What about rosters? You who I'm interviewing. What's the best you've worked and what's the worst and why?
Yeah, I don't know. When I first started, I used to do 6 weeks on, 1 week off.
God. Wow.
Yeah. But it wasn't too bad. The companies seemed to look after you better when you was doing that sort of stuff.
Oh, right, yeah. So did you get some break in that 6 weeks? Like, did you do 2 weeks and then do a shift change?
Shift change, yeah. With 2 weeks and a day off and 2 weeks of nights and have a day off and 2 weeks of days again and a week off. Yeah, it's all right. You just didn't talk to anybody on your last week. Everybody's getting agitated.
Yeah, I've heard stories from people over there and you can tell because there's some people who have been there, they've just got here, so they look down and out miserable because they know they got 6 weeks to go. And then there's the people that are getting towards the end of their swing and everyone starts cheering up that little bit. I know what it was like working with people just for 5 nights in a row.
Yeah, they
kill each other.
Well, 5 and 5 is a good roster.
Yep.
Pajama days is shit.
Why don't you like
hanging
pajama
around
days?
all one day, firstly doing nothing.
Yeah. And it stuffs up your body clock too, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
At least if you're doing all nights, you're all nights. Go home, one day, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that. Especially 2 days, day off.
Yeah.
3 nights, 4 off, back. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a good roster.
Okay, let's talk medicals, fit for work, exercising and all that. So do you exercise when you go out?
No.
No?
Too old.
Too old? What about when you were a young stud?
Not really.
No? No?
Yeah, they expect you to do 12, 13 hours, 14 hours. By the time you get on the bus and come home, it's 14 hours. They want you to go to the gym every night.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
No? Never done it?
But the people tell you to do it, I've never done it.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, show us, hey?
Yeah.
So, do you and did you exercise when you weren't at work?
Nah, not when I joined the mines. Never got that much time really. Before I joined the mines, I was playing sport 7 days a week.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Then you join the mines, it's pretty hard to do it.
Play sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing that people don't think of, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just you can't watch your favourite TV show every week. It's you can't be in the netball team or the footy team or the whatever. What sport did you play?
Oh, everything.
Everything?
cricket, AFL, tennis,
Yeah.
darts, 8-ball.
Did you ever do out of the mines stuff like darts and 8-ball? Like, did you play pool at the wet mess or something? Did they have them out there?
Oh, now then,
Yeah. It's not really a sport though, is it?
Nah.
Bend one elbow and have a beer, bend the other elbow and throw a dart.
Threw a few darts.
It's social though, isn't it?
It's social.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, when I was younger, played a bit of tennis after work.
Oh, right, yeah.
Indoor cricket sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting there, getting down the list. What are you passionate about in mining? Is there anything that you know, like, or a couple of things I've got written down here, like safety, money, machines, friendship, going on break, fitness.
Oh, you seem to meet a heap of new people, make good friends.
Yeah.
But when you leave one company, go to another company, you never see them again anyways. But while you work, it's good.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? People say, I'm here for the money, not to make friends.
Yeah,
it's like, bullshit, because because you end up making friends. You end up making some of your best friends out there, you know. And you might run into them in another mine or something. Sit back and reminisce about, remember this one? No, now who was he? No, come on. Remember, he's the clown who did this or that or whatever. So let's talk about family. Or, well, back to the passionate. I know you have a few issues with against the big companies, and they don't. What are your issues against them? That they
Big
don't
companies.
look after the people, or they're just in it for the money, or?
Well, of course they're in for the money for their business.
Yeah.
Just a couple of companies I work for, I'd prefer to work for a contractor.
You do prefer to work for a contractor?
Contractor, yeah.
Yep, even though you get no holidays and sickies?
Well, that's not a contractor, that's labour hire.
Oh, so what's the difference between contractor and labour hire then?
Well, contractor, you're permanent.
Oh, right. Yeah. Or someone who contracts to the mine, like to the client or whatever they... Yeah, righto. Not the actual big company itself.
No.
The big sloths. All right, so what about... just along the lines of family, which can also mean like it's your friends as well. It's not just family. How's working away had an impact on your family life?
Oh, me, nothing. I've been single all my life, so
it
hadn't really worried me.
Yep.
Yeah. It's been good, actually.
Been good to get away, or?
Yeah, like I said, being single, I've worked all around Australia in the mines. It's like a working holiday. You see everything for nothing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you get paid to see her.
Paid
yeah. It's better than nothing. Yeah. And what about things that you might have missed out on? Okay, so you're single and you don't have your own family, but you're still part of a family. Like...
Yeah,
no.
Doesn't really worry me.
No, hasn't been any major things that you missed that you wish you'd been. Yeah. A lot of people don't realise just how much they're going to miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about your bloody... Has it affected your footy watching? Love to have gone to that grand final, but bloody hell I was at work, or I missed that, or... Yeah, couldn't get it on the radio because I was in the cat truck.
No, it was a bit hard when I first started because I was still playing sport, but you just have to get around. It's like, well, you can't do it.
Yeah.
It's like a job or sport.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But you get used to it.
Yeah, especially after 23 years. Yeah. All right, so now is there any lessons that you'd like to share from what you've done, what you think, what you should have done yourself or have seen others make mistakes or whatever, for people who are brand new and green as?
Yeah. Sit back and bide your time, because if you want to go in there in 12 months, you want to get on this, you want to get on that. That's all the greenies do. And they should just sit back and wait, because all the big companies now, they want to pass out on 4 machines in 12 months, and it's not a safe practice. You should learn how to operate one machine before you get onto another one.
Yeah, I agree. And what about women interacting on crew, or just how they operate, or how they are, or anything you want to say about women? Or have you worked with many?
Shitloads.
Many?
Shitloads.
Yeah.
Some are good. Some are whingers. A lot of times they get what they want.
That's what you found?
Yeah.
Oh, that you,
Not everywhere, but not every person, but yeah.
Yeah. That comes back to that who you are kind of
Exactly.
thing that you're saying. Yeah. And is there a lot more women around now than there was 20? Well,
shitloads.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we had back then it was mainly men. You had a couple of women, truck drivers and stuff like that, but they earned their rights, and if they hung around, they got what they deserved.
Yeah.
But now it's probably 30-40% women.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big change, isn't it?
Big change.
Yeah, even in the 10 years I've been doing it for. Huge. All right, what about financial lessons? Anything to do with big golden handcuffs, the money? Or did we kind of cover that earlier?
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't go in there with big expectations. I think we're making $2,000 a week. Now we're back on $1,200 a week and back to reality. People have gone out and mortgaged themselves to the hilt, and now they can't do it.
Yeah.
Just go out there and think you're on a $500 a week wage.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it, isn't it? So many people think that's just going to fix everything as well.
Yeah. And it's only going to get worse too, money-wise.
Yeah. And the thing I found too is that you're really at the mercy of the freaking global coal price or whatever, and it can just come tumbling down at any time and affect you and everyone around you. And what about, I've got written down young cowboys, but you know who I mean, the young fellas like you were, I guess. What, 20-year-old?
30-year-old.
30-year-old when you started?
Yeah, I was real young when I started.
Oh, right, yeah. So you see them, the real young ones. Any advice for them?
Don't be idiots. You drive your $5 million truck and you think it's a Tonka toy. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. They can get a bit scary out there.
Yeah.
Just bloody hopeless or annoying people. Do you come across many of them?
Heaps. Heaps.
So how do you deal with that? Or how can other people deal with being around hopeless, annoying assholes?
Better training.
Better training? Yeah.
A lot of trainer assessors, they train people up how to operate, but they don't know how. Well, when they get in a situation, they've got no idea. Train them up to drive a truck, whatever. Just got a steering wheel. But they don't fucking get in the wet situation. They got no idea what they're doing. But they get passed out in all this gear and they get signed off. It should be better training.
Yeah. And then they kind of throw them out there and...
Yeah, in the deep end, yep.
Yeah. And do you think a lot of that comes down to the people that are the trainers, or the amount of time that the big, or not necessarily even big, that the company gives the trainers? What? How many times have you heard, what, aren't they passed out yet?
Yeah. I'd say that there's enough time to train them up properly. Yeah.
I agree with that too. All right, well, is there anything I haven't covered that you want to say?
Nah, it's pretty good.
Wasn't that hard?
Wasn't that hard.
Okay, got you thinking about your mining life?
When I retire.
And, and why you want out. Okay, so the closing question I ask every interview is, what do you think it takes for someone to be cut out to be a miner?
What does it take?
For someone to be cut out to be a miner?
Patience.
Patience?
Patience.
Yep.
So go in there and think you're going to be a gun in 2 weeks. like a lot of people do.
Yep. Awesome.
That's about it.
Yeah. I love it. That was exactly perfect.
No, it wasn't exactly perfect.
It was. Here's a hug. Thanks.
You'll fix it up
Thank
when
you.
you write it.
Yeah. No, that was good. I hope you enjoyed that episode with our Dozer Dude. It was a lot of fun, and it was, I believe, my second interview ever, so it was a really good time, and I enjoyed listening to it back, and I hope you did as well, and perhaps learnt a few things and a little bit more about working in our mining industry from someone who's been doing it for a long time. All the links we discussed in this episode can be found at madmumzie.com/beers12. That's Mad Mumzie with a Z or a Z, depending where you're from, and the number 12. If you don't want to miss out on any new episodes, be sure to head over to iTunes and subscribe. Whilst you're there, I'd love you to please leave a rating and review so more people can hear about the Beers with a Miner podcast. And P.S., have you got an iPhone? You have a podcast app if you do. It comes with the phone. It's one of those pesky little apps that you can't delete. Open it up and in the search bar type in Beers with a Miner and away you go. Up should pop Mad Mumzie's podcast. And all you need to do is hit the subscribe button. Once you've subscribed, every time a new episode comes out, it'll be there. A little number will be showing on the app. So a number 1, if there's one episode that you haven't yet listened to. And you just open up the app. It'll show up. Click play. You can listen in your car. You can listen while you're gardening. That's the beauty of podcasting. You don't have to sit down and read it. You don't have to sit down and watch it. You can be carrying on in your life. I tend to listen to podcasts whenever I'm not with people, most of the time. But you don't have to be that obsessed. Just listen to mine. So the first thing is to subscribe. Lovely. Thank you so much in advance for doing that. And then if you enjoy the show, I'd love you to leave a rating and review. So there's 5 stars, so you can pick from 1 to 5. You can leave a review as well, and just lets other people know what the podcast is about, what they can expect. So I'd be honoured, grateful, buy you a beer when I see you at the pub, if you could do that. And the reason that I say this, I don't say it every episode because it can get annoying. Every podcast I listen to says it. But it's so the world, because podcasting is global, so that it shows up. It's like in Google, your rankings, same with iTunes. The more ratings and reviews, the more likely iTunes are to show it to other people, so more people can listen to my message, but not only my message, the message from the people that I get on, like our wonderful Dozer Dude. Thank you so much for listening, and please share with your mates. Until next week, stay safe, be real, be special, and have fun, for we only live once. Cheers.